some more or less light training in this live stream. Still rip with a six-pack. Don't leave comments if you didn't click the like button. People are coming writing comments, they didn't click the like button, can expect to get blocked. I notice that all the time. People come and start writing comments. And right now I'll be live for only 7 minutes. Some of these streams I get thousands of views on them. But the first like 15 minutes is easy to tell if somebody clicked the like or not. They come in writing hello, it's like 7 minutes I'll be live and I'm only having 9 viewers. And it only has one light, and that's the light that I click on live stream on my computer. And someone left a comment. So don't come in leaving comments when I click the like button. It's a subtle sign of narcissism. And we have a narcissism epidemic now. And that's narcissistic behavior. People come in here to get something, attention. They want to get an answer. They want to ask a question, get an answer. They want to get some attention from me, but they can't give a like on the screen. So, like I told you, don't leave comments, but have to click the like button. And how you click the like button is by double tapping the screen. If you're watching on a phone, and on a computer, it's not that complicated. I refreshed the page, it says 3 likes now, so I'm counting on the fact that the person left a peace sign comment emoji, that they did click the like button after that. These compression sleeves on my legs are from Kiva. They're good. Not only do they keep your legs warm, but they have a compression effect. And the wraps are Venom gel padded wraps, hand wraps. And I've been able to train with only the hand wraps. I've also done bare knuckle training, no wraps, no tape, no nothing. But I started to work out to build up the overuse injuries from doing too many bare knuckle training streams, hitting so many hard shots. And this is harder than a heavy bag. Meaning this is a harder object to punch than a boxing bag in the gym. Certain parts with especially. So Venom gel padded wraps, and it's wrap and underglove. It's a wrap underglove combo. And then these are sub-ounce gloves. I also bought a new pair of boxing gloves, bag gloves, I want to call them, from Amazon. I might try them out now actually. Last time I noticed it was hard to get my hands in there. These are the wraps that I'm using, Venom gel system they're called. And it's hard to get these on with the wraps. I'm a self-trained, self-taught martial artist. I pray to God after becoming a Christian, and like Neo the Matrix, I know Kung Fu. Very quickly I'm able to learn all these fighting systems. Elbow strikes, boxing punches, stick fighting, knife fighting, everything. After becoming a Christian. I pray to God to be a better fighter, to get a better fighter. And I'm at a level now where I can best pros and do better than my pros. I saw Sugar Sean O'Malley made a video also about his hand speed, and I made a video being faster than him. And Sean O'Malley is a pro UFC athlete. I use only the undercuts now. I don't warm up before my training sessions. And I'm not recommending that, I'm saying I haven't been warming up. Now, I started kind of making myself go light the first few minutes of training, that training at a light level becomes a problem. left jab, right overhand combo. I like to set up the overhands by touching with the left first. So here I'm doing a level change. That's how I land the overhands a lot of time. Here, step in while simultaneously doing a level change. Touch with the left, and then from here comes the overhand. From here, step in, jab. So I'm stepping in, doing a level change, and over jab. And then comes the overhand after that. Again. I like to do this as a drill too. Double jab, switch to southpaw stance. Here, jab, jab, and then surprise stance change. Jab, jab, see, power right. Then I switch to jabbing with the right now, and power punch with the left. So it's bang, bang, surprise stance change. Jab, jab with the right now, and then the left is the power. Bang, 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 bang. You notice that I'm changing the stance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Switch the stance. Jab, jab. Yeah. Do another combination here. Left punch to the liver, left hook to the liver, followed by left hook to the head. Double pump. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Mirror it. Right side. Now you don't have the liver on the right side, but you have a rib cage. Bang, set up first with the jab. Bang, 2, we call 3. From here, power right, straight right. Left hook to the liver, followed by left hook to the head. When you punch to the head, the guard might go up to protect the head. Opening up the body, so you can create opening for yourself. So you can capitalize on opening in martial arts. Learn to detect openings, drill muscle memory for capitalize on those openings. And then you can also practice creating openings. So punching to the head, your opponent is likely to react by protecting the head. There's a variety of ways to do that, sophisticated and unsophisticated. So, if the hands are here and I punch him in the nose, the arms might go up, create an opening for the liver shot. And then maybe now the hands go down because you got hit in the liver. And then it's for the left hook there. I gotta go light. Another combo I like to show is the speed combo. I can land 6 punches in 1 second. And I can land 4 punches in less than a second. So here's the 4-punch combo that I can land in less than a second. And it's not just fast, each punch in the combo in the sequence is hard too. So it's a solar plexus punch here. And the first 2 punches I like to make them no rotation punches. So it's a left, right, straight punches, mid-level, solar plexus. 1, 2, followed by left hook, right hook. That's a 4-punch combo. And I can land all those 4 punches hard and fast in less than a second. So let's do that now. From any moment on my body starting to move, beginning to move, I will have landed 4 punches less than a second. And each one of those are hard too, so that's 4 punches. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. The 6 punch variant of this is using the same quad combo as the base. Left, right, and then followed by 2 hooks to the head. Left, right. So here's the 6 punch variation. And that's 6 punches. Less than a second. I can start further out too. And then step in and do the 1, 2, 3 there. So from here, I can move in and out too if I want to. Right here, here's the range. So here's the combination that I'm throwing. No rotation punches means typically if you're doing boxing, you're rotating your punches, meaning you're turning your punches. So you can throw a punch here like this, where you're rotating like you normally would. Orthodox. Now when I say no rotation, that's literally what it means, as opposed to rotation. So normally, if you're thrown to the head, you're not punching like this. You're punching like this, okay? You're turning, torquing the punch. Now, no rotation means just throwing the hand straight and not rotating. So, making out this combo, I like to make the first 2 punches, no rotation punches, to the solar plexus or back here. See here. There's another punch you can throw, which is better for close distance. You can make it real powerful from here. See that one. If I go here, here, here. And I'm going here, this is the charge arm. Here, see this one. And from here, I can throw it hard, but to make it really powerful, go down here, bang, charge it here, and then throw it from here. So, first punch of this combo, speed wheel, is 1, 2, no rotation punches. See here, bang, bang. And obviously, I like to train this static, but I can also make it, I don't train every time. Every training session I train is if I'm in a fight, okay? And when I do shadow box, I'm not always like acting like I'm in a fight. Photo training is dividing things. So sometimes I might train moving around the dummy, moving in, moving out to level changes, things like this. And other times I'm training more static, where I'm just practicing landing shots from this range, okay? I'm practicing landing shots from this range, which means I'm building muscle memory for if in a fight the range ends up being this, I have muscle memory from landing and connecting this range. See? So I could do it static here, or I could go bang, bang, go here now, and then throw the right, which is what? Now I'm making distance changes. So from here, I can practice like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Or I can go out of range here, close the distance. See 1, and then go here now, 2. And then from here, I'm in a power position for launching here, or launching, stepping in, and launching punch like that. So, here's the overhand again. And like I told you, how I like to set up the overhand is not just walk in and go the overhand, okay? I like to set it up by throwing a jab. And the jab is, I'm not trying to make it that powerful all the time, okay? It's like just touching with the left. So from here, I'm doing a level change, which means as I'm moving in, he might be throwing hooks or straight punches to my head. So I'm moving in here, see here, I'm throwing a punch while doing that. So it's pretty much this I'm doing. And I like to go, not just straight, but a little bit to the side, and then the overhand comes here. Now, obviously from this instep, jab instep technique, like this, close to the distance, landing a jab. Here, I can do it like leaning more to the side if I want to. Now that's my opener. But I'm basically ending up here. Now what can I do from here? Having acquired this range, the distance where I can knock down. Like here, from here. What can I do from here? Obviously I'm in a position to shoot a takedown on him too. And to land anything from my legs that are more powerful. Like going down here, the knees are charged up. Okay? And I can also do a takedown for this. So here, see there, that's the 1-2. And I'm just looking to touch with the left. I'm not really trying to knock him out with the left. I'm just looking to touch. What is the punch here doing? Well, anytime I have my hands up here, I'm covering my chin with my shoulders and my arms, see? So if I move in just like this, here, and then comes the overhand, I'm moving in here, my head is available. Now if I throw a punch, I can move in like this too. Now if I throw a punch, see, my jaw is covered from the left, almost all the way up to the temple, here. And it's also, it's blocking an angle, okay? So, here, and then the overhand. Now the overhands in bare knuckle fighting is one of the best ways to break your wrist or like break your hand. I'll do it live. Level change, step in here with the jab. You see here, and I make it explosive here. And I can do it not that radical level change, but I'm still kind of alter my level from here. See, I'm stepping in here, and then from here, now goes the overhand. Here. There's two fighters in the UFC who have impressive overhands. It's Chuck Liddell and Roy Nelson. Those are two guys who used to fight in the UFC, retired now. I don't know if Roy Nelson is retired. He might be fighting in Bellator or some other, I don't know. That's the point. I haven't looked at social media for a while. It hasn't been talked about. But those are two people in the UFC that were like known for the overhands. And from my memory, I have to go back and look at the fights, but my memory of Roy Nelson's overhands, that's how a lot of his knockouts in the UFC happen. It's like the same technique, the wild overhand light. And to my memory, he would do a similar thing where that's like a step in, but it'd be a setup, a left punch, close to the distance, landing a left punch, and then the overhand. So he would touch with the left and then throw the overhand right. Roy Nelson. Now from here, that one, I'm happy with that one, that was clean. So you can do it so many different ways, okay? So from here, I can practice closing the distance. And I can go here, see? It becomes a punch. And then from here, I obviously, a straight from this level where I'm not that far down, a straight works too, a straight, right? Now, here comes the overhand again, and I'll do it live. Here. And now set up by punching to the gut. See here. See there. Yeah. And I can do the overhand so many ways. I can make it more siding, more hooky of an overhand, or kind of aim to make it as close to 12 to 6 as I can. I saw Chuck Liddell teaching the overhand in the MMA gym once, and he was, as a clip that I saw, and he was saying like, don't throw the overhand kind of like this, okay? Then you might as well just throw another punch. I want it to be like, go kind of like this, okay? Like he wanted to make it more like, more radical, if I remember right. Like he was teaching, like don't throw it like really pronounced of a extended punch, okay? Like where you're swinging the arm. So, with the combo again, do some combos. No rotation, one, back, right to the jaw. And when my angle changes, the technique changes a little bit. So if I start here and do the same combo, and basically it's like a straight left punch to the body, followed by a right punch to the head. And I'll go from here. Now obviously from here, that's powerful, here. Here. And from here, my natural intelligence is a good punch, natural follow-up from here really is this. Bang, bang, here, okay, to solar plexus. So here, here, see here, it's here. And I like this 1, 2, 3, 2, where it's here, left hook to the liver. 1, 2, power punch to the solar plexus, followed by 3, a hook to the front of the face, if he's in this position. See here. Slight elbow strike. I got to downregulate the intensity a little bit. My body's not fully warmed up. These type of things I have to train myself. Other people have to train to learn how to throw powerful punches. I've had to train myself to throw less hard because then I'm hitting harder what's necessary. And also having to kind of learn the skill of what's it called? Going light. This is one of the hardest parts of the dummy. Yeah. Which makes sense because you have the sternum bone here. So that would be like generally hard area. Not here it's not really that hard. It's on the softest part of the bone actually. But on this dummy, like the abs, that has the thinnest padding and it's like a hard plastic thing in the middle. So don't try, now you learn pretty quick. I've been doing knuckle conditioning, superhero training where I'm punching hard and steel plates harder, faster, wraps and gloves. I've done knuckle push-ups, I've done a lot of knuckle conditioning for this and stuff like this. And still, training as frequent as I have like bare knuckle hitting this, I've still started working up to so-called overuse injuries in my wrist and stuff. That's important. Don't, if you have one of these at the gym, don't just wrap up and start throwing the hardest punch right away because you might hurt yourself. Like you have to start pity pat, you feel how hard you can go. And if you have a little bit of pain, you learn exactly you're doing something wrong. So, there's a guy called David Duke who trains left way. And it's similar to Muay Thai, like I guess that I call it Muay Thai. And he has like shown people that need to condition knuckles, different things you can do to condition your knuckles. But basically, some simple things you can do is the knuckle push-ups. You do push-ups on the knuckle. You put like a towel, if you have these like foam pads, stuff like this, or a yoga mat, and you can do push-ups on the knuckles, level 1. If you get to a point where they're even harder, you can start doing explosive knuckle push-ups after a while. You do push-ups and then throw yourself up and land on the push-up, for example. So basically, it's similar to conditioning your shin bones. So it's like you don't go like into the forest. You gotta start pushing the shin, so just throw like a kick at a tree or something like this. Then you figure out that okay, you find an object you can hit without extreme pain. And it's not that it's just being a pussy and avoiding pain. It's that the pain can be a signal that you break yourself down and create injuries. Okay. So here's the point. So you can like hit it light and then you hit it harder and harder, and then you don't want it to be like you really feel the pain. So here, this punch. I like to use the shoulder. And sometimes I have idiots ask why I'm hitting the shoulder, and they're too unintelligent to understand what I'm doing. Meaning, since this is a dummy here, and typically we target the jaw, okay, the mouth, the nose, the jaw with your punches. Now, few people, especially if they have some martial arts training, are gonna maintain the same level throughout the whole course of a fight. It's like they start with good posture like this, and then they keep the same height of their head the whole fight, okay? It's like they've got an amateur now, the head might end up being over here, see? Over here, or like bowing down, or like being here, or something like this. So, hitting to the shoulder is me practicing hitting to the head, if the head is at this level, see? If you look at me, for example, when I assume a fighting stance and train, okay? It's like, a lot of times I'm at this level. Now look at my jaw, okay? Where's the jaw? It's shoulder level. When I have like a fighting stance, I'm here, see? A lot of times I go down here, and my jaw is at this level. See? So you might start up here, but, so yeah, basically hitting to the shoulder is practicing hitting to the head when the head is at that level. Hello, average Joe. I don't change the chat too frequently, typically. I do that sometimes during the break. What I've done now is I have a laptop there, and sometimes I have an alternate angle on my camera streams. So that's the narrow angle, 69, that's 9/16 wide angle when I'm recording it from a laptop. So it's a wide angle and alternate angle. Now this time what I'm doing with the laptop is I'm playing in my own screen so I can see what the camera is seeing. Because I've got a title like when I'm training, so I end up being out of camera from punches, and I had to go check it. I had to readjust the camera handle again because I'm out of view all the time. So this helps me to see what the camera is seeing. Yeah, so here's the combo again. And this combo is a combo that might be unlikely to land, not impossible. But some of the combos that I practice are part of the combo is getting me better, like improving your fighting skill, these combos, if you practice them. It can help you get better fighting. But they're not the most realistic, most likely combos you would throw, like throwing and landing every punch. Like for example here, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now you're not hurting your chances of landing a combo by practicing it, to where you can be so fast that there's an opening and you can land those 4 punches less than a second. It's like you're not hurting your chances of landing a combo by practicing it. But like in a fight, you're more likely to throw combos like 1, okay, 1, 2, 3 or something like that. That might be more likely to land. If you throw 4 punches to the same target, so the person will come up a lot of times. Then if you think about it, if I throw that combo to the body, that might get the person to start covering up and open up the head. So the full combo actually makes sense. Like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe the person's reacting. I'm not kind of doing this, okay? Like this part, for example. I'm protecting the sides of my body and kind of like this solar plexus area. Like if it's up here, kind of like this, opening up the head. and then bang, bang, left, right hook. So I'm gonna do the combo again here, the speed combo from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can land that 6 punch combo less than a second. And it's not as fast and hard too. So do the 4 combo again from here. And I like to start like this sometimes. Like a prayer guard, if you call it. It's like almost like a prayer. So here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. And we'll do the 4 one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I write my own punches sometimes. Meaning as I land a punch, I use the punch to push off my opponent at my distance when I use my legs. So it's like, understand, I jump and then push myself off with the punch. If you look at this. See there, I use the punch to push off and get distance. But a lot of what I'm doing is like just lifting, jumping up, and then the punch is pushing me back. See? So, practice this, left, right, double hook, hook here, here, 2, here. Go lighter. I'm aiming to connect with the nose or the mouth, okay? Now with the hand like this, what's it called, a shove hook? I don't care. The most important thing is not the names of the technique, but basically how effective they are, okay? So here's the point. I also make up my own names for techniques. So here, from here, 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 and then now it becomes a hook to the head, front of the face. Anderson Silva got knocked down by one of these when he had an exhibition match, I think it was in boxing. Like that, like a hook, if I remember right, a right hook to the front of the face. When the guy ended up having a position, he got a position, the right position, and he threw like a hook like this, on Anderson Silva, to the front of the face. And he got knocked out. Now I don't judge men by their performance out of the time when they do like charity matches, exhibition. Okay. So it's like that would never, that most likely wouldn't have happened when Silva was in his prime. Okay. So here. And I can make it short. Here's another thing about my athleticism, guys, that's the rule. I can break the rules, I can make this movie. Some rules can be bent, some can be broken. Like I laugh sometimes when I see boxing coaches dropping wheels and stuff like this. It's like learn how to throw power punches. Like apparently I don't need to learn that, okay? Like I've been on camera throwing powerful punches. And then it's like, well, to throw a hard punch, you have to use your whole body and rotate your shoulders and your hips and pivot on the foot. And I've done things where I go down on my knees and then throw punches, like arm punch, and I'm hitting really hard. Now, what I noticed too is this more energy efficient to use your whole body to punch. So even if I can generate enough power with like quote unquote bad bar dynamics, it's like without like throwing up and rotating, I can go see arm punch and they're really hard, okay? Hard enough, okay? Now still I can be more energy efficient where I'm not just fatiguing my arms by using the arm muscles only to generate force with power with punches. But then from here and like this, it's like I'm sharing the workload across different muscle groups or creating the power in the punch. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Keep it kind of light today. And this I'm landing diagonally. So it's neither straight or like this. Now these punches you can throw too, like here. Here. Where it's, I'm landing like this. Okay? And then also you can also land them like this. Now, these ones I was landing kind of tight. So, we're going to practice. A lot of times I start with the striking, and then later on I branch off into elbow strikes, knees, and kicks if I do it. It's not every training session I practice like the whole skill set, or like okay, a lot of times I start with boxing, then it becomes kickboxing, my piling on. And sometimes I also practice some wrestling. As much you can do pretty much, or not done enough this. He doesn't have arms, so I can't do arm bars on him. So here, from this punch here, from here, here. We'll do the combo again. So here's the combo. And also I can do level changes, I can move in and out, I can make it, a lot of times, it's like the combo, maybe I invented it or like figured it out static, okay? By standing like, what can I do from here? I can go bang, bang. What can I do then? Like this 1, 2, I can go bang, 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 okay? And I keep everything static. Later on I might start mixing up and do the same combo, only vary a little bit. Like for example, closing the distance and doing the level change simultaneously, and then for the first punch. So here, so instead of here, bang, started from here, and then here, see, 1, 2, and I go to the left. This is a key position, like a prime position for this. So from here, and then it's like I can do it different way. So here. Here. This is good for practicing uppercuts. The shoulder here. From here. I like to practice that too. Side step is more power right. And the right is always more powerful. So here, here, here. So I go bang, bang, here. And then I like to generate force. Home base for power generation is my hip a lot of times. Same with knife fighting. A lot of times in the middle of a combo, something like this. So I set up here. This is like home base, the hip. And a lot of times before throwing a power shot, my hand goes to the hip or my ass. Like bang here, for example. Bang, 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 bang. See here. And then from here it can be this or something else. We do some pivot pad uppercuts here. And it takes experience, but you can actually, by talent or experience of connecting, I can hit hard moving away from the target or to the side or something like this. And moving to the side actually makes the punch more powerful when you're drag punching. And that doesn't mean that you're a drag queen or fighting one, but it's important. So if I throw this punch here, it's like right hook to the front of the face. I can make it hard enough from here. Now if I go bang, 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 and then move over there while throwing it, it's like I'm dragging the punch and my whole body is connected to the punch. It's like kind of like this. So here. See, I'm moving here while throwing the punch. And that makes the technique more powerful if I throw it from here. And I can make it powerful enough from here. Here. And you want to make it real hard to go bang, bang. See, and I'm moving into the attack. Where I'm moving over here. It makes it harder. The slower you are, the more important it is. The slower you are, and the worse the reflexes are, the more important it is that you have everything covered in static defense. For example, if you look at Roy Jones Jr., one of my favorite boxers, all-time greats. If I would have a list of top 10 boxers, GOATs as they call it, greatest of all time, Roy Jones Jr. would be in there. And he had that athleticism heavy boxing style, but some people say he wasn't good on the fundamentals. Now, obviously, he knows the fundamentals, like jabbing and everything. But his style was very athleticism heavy. It was like he didn't, like he would like walk into like this, like this, like be uncovered all the time. And because he's so fast and explosive, like he can compensate, not have to have a static defense all the time. He can go like this, like move in and out really quick. And so basically, the slower you are, the more important it is to be covered all the time, to have a static defense. Do some straight punches. One of the most useful kicks is the teep or push kick. One of the most useful kicks in street fighting. One of the risks with throwing side kicks is that you do a takedown on yourself, especially to the head level, like if you do it in a street fight. Throwing like wide and from the side, you're more likely to do a takedown on yourself and end up on your ass. Okay, and things like this. So you have more stability with the teep and push kicks, things like this. And if you spin and turn around, it's like the stakes are higher. If you have if it's Muay Thai, not a street fight, it's a competition sport, like they have a mat there. And you see it happen sometimes, people try something, even the experts, throw something and end up like falling down. So now you can get better at that by being super limber. I haven't been doing stretching that much, barely at all, the last 6-8 years or something. I used to do a lot of stretching. I can still kick to the face with the straight kicks. Do you live stream often? Yeah, I live stream, I'd say most days, okay? Near daily. So every day or almost every day. It's rare there's a day that I don't upload something. I like go live and upload a video. So we've been doing mostly boxing here, and I'm intending to get to do Muay Thai kickboxing later on. I'm gonna mirror my stance, which is not just skill building, but it's also good for like balancing, where it's like to have a balanced physique, like muscles, where I'm not always moving here and then doing this. The opposite is this. So like I said before, here's a drill I like to do. Surprise stance switch drill. Bang, bang. And then I'm switching the stance as I'm landing the right kick. And now it becomes quickly from here, jabbing with the right, and then power punching with the left. I like to do that. Yeah. See there. And I'm switching the stance as I'm landing the second one. And now obviously from here, jab, jab, and it becomes power punch with the left. I will do that kind of live 3 times. And I can throw it from here. I like to have my arm like this sometimes. And here I'm covering my rib cage and my liver. And obviously I can react and do things with it. But not always working from here. Okay? But from here sometimes. Okay. And this can be hard to see. Here. With these, one of the ways, if you practice with gloves and wraps, if you wrap up and get gloves, it will feel awkward because the distance changes. So even it's good if you're practicing for street fighting, that you practice without wraps and gloves. And if you need to go light, you go light so you don't hurt yourself. But still, so you're learning the distance, the muscle memory, see? That's intelligent, think about that. If you have like these type of gloves and wraps in training, and everything you're training, it's like you learn the distance where you can step in and touch here and the distance. And then you lose like 3 inches of range when you take off the gloves and everything is different. So you want to practice sometimes that just touching, like the lightest of light, where at least you're practicing the same techniques, even if they're light, with this new range, okay? Because I noticed that when I was using gloves like every training for a while, the next time after like a week I did bare knuckle, is that my accuracy went down and I'm missing more my shots. For example, typically if I'm connected with hooks to the end of the chin here, and I have 3 extra inches by the glove, or 2 at least, and it's like I'm hitting here. Now, really that punch is here, and I'm hitting with, see here. So here if I have thicker gloves, and if I throw the same punch, yeah, basically you can miss more. I gotta do the same drill again. So here's the drill that's what I've done before. So from here, left, left, right, left, jab, jab, left, left, right, and I can throw it like this. The double punch is where I'm just kind of bouncing off his face, and I'm not returning to guard. Bang, I can go back and throw it, or just first one is like from over here, 1. And then it's bouncing off his face. See here. Here. So the second punch is kind of recoiling off his face. Here. That's the 1, 2, 3. And then I switch, and I can do it first here, and do it like that if I want to. But this I like to practice this. And I'm not taking orders or recommendation in the chat. That also pisses me off to come in. Do this. You don't get to tell me what to do. I'm not a submissive beta, okay? People don't get to tell me what to do in the chat. Sometimes I even notice that they will guess what I'm going to do and then write do it to make it look like I'm taking orders. I've noticed that. It's like the gaslighting, like mind games that hey, this dude. Where it's like, I'm not a beta, I'm not a fool, I'm a leader, okay? So I don't let people come and tell me what to do. Like, give me 10 or do this. Okay, people write, do this, I don't do it, okay? Now, since I've talked about that, and I've gotten annoyed a few times of people coming to the chat, do an uppercut, and it's like, I don't take orders, okay? And I don't need anybody to tell me what to do, okay? I just like, I don't have to have somebody's help with this, okay? And secondly, somebody writing what to do looks rude, and I don't take comment to it. So since I'm not a person that takes orders from people, especially not strangers, like, do this, then some of the trolls have got us like guessing what I'm gonna do to make it look like I'm listening to them because it's something I was gonna do anyway. Like for example, like a lot of times my workouts start with striking and then it becomes elbow strikes. And then it'd be like, do elbow strikes because you know that typically after training striking for a while in my training streams, most of the time I get into elbow strikes later on. So you have to make it look as if I'm listening to them. So it's like it's happened a few times. I don't need people's like, and I'm not talking to you now necessarily, but it's like there's a need to talk about this because people keep doing it. People start watching the stream like do this, and it's like I reacted. So I said, well, now it's happened a few times. My wife, wonderful, her father was a pro Muay Thai fighter, not like amateur. He fought. He had several fights. Okay. Like professional fights, Muay Thai. Okay, so, and as I started going from boxing to do more like kicking, is that a few times I sought out his advice. Now, I'm not looking for random people on the internet to tell me what to do, but a few times I've like asked, we're on a video call on her, hey, can you bring it down? I want to show him my knee or something like this, or my elbow strike. And like, he can tell me if it's good or not. And then he goes, looks at it, and sometimes like, yeah, it's good. And then he sees me do one thing, he goes, well, do more like this or something like this. Like you have to turn more to make more power. Something. It's like, oh, okay, thanks. Now that's not the average internet person when I'm asking somebody like for advice or like, what? Okay, it's like don't get it confused. So anyway, we're gonna do the same combo again. Do it light now. Here's the speed combo. Sometimes I call it the showboard combo because I'm sure it's a great combo because not only can I land 4 punches in less than a second, but every punch is hard. So it's not speed with like, okay, that's fast, I'm landing like 12 punches in a second there. But it's not that. It's like, that's more impressive because it's 4 punches landing and they're landing hard, see? So it's not just the speed. Now speed is power, okay? So, but here's the point. So here, from here, it's a natural energy flow. So from here, see, and I'm changing the position, and I'm getting that position there, which makes anything from the left more powerful. If that's a left, so from here, here, from here now, this is more powerful, this is more powerful, this is more powerful, this is more powerful, this is more powerful too. Like anything from the left there. So here. Here, a good way to break people's hands is to have them hit places of your body that are bad to hit. We'll do the stance switch drill again. Here. There we go, I'm happy with that one. So notice how, as I'm landing the right punch, I'm doing a stance switch to southpaw. And now it becomes jabbing with the right and power punch with the left. So I like to do that as a drill, where it's here. See here, that quickly. And I can rinse and repeat if I want to. Do it a few times without the stance switch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. I can feel if a head movement you have very experientially, you can feel how effective head movement can be in robbing punch of the power, because I'm using the same power in the right, and I can feel what type of energy I'm delivering. And then sometimes when I throw it and the head is moving away from me, even if I connect, I can feel it's like 25% less powerful, 50 or 75 years. See, this is what I like to practice. This is what I'm talking about here. Normal stance, double jab. Here, and then this. See here, here. Do a little more freestyle now. Do freestyle now. Notice that I'm doing a head distance change a lot of times with the last punch. Because once you've landed 1 or 2 punches, there might be counter punches coming. And the more punches you throw, the more likely is you have a counter coming at you. So if you step in and land 1 jab, the longer I stay here from punches, the more likely is it's going to be a counter punch thrown to my head. A lot of times I go 1, 1. See, notice there where I'm hitting him to the head and I'm moving back at the same time. There's different ways to skin a cat. Head movement, your head is attached to your body. So one form of head movement is move your legs. So I can go from here for example, and I'm moving my head mostly. Or I can go, see, and my head is attached to my body. So if I'm moving my body, I'm moving my head, see. So leg movement is head movement if you do it right. And from here, there's a good combo. Practice on left and overhand. Left followed by overhand. As I'm moving into the power right, I like to protect myself here. So I'm not moving like this. And obviously you could do it. Another one is jab, jump to the side and do a hook. See there, instead of overhand. Yeah, so I've had problems with people requesting moves for me to do. Now I'm giving you grace, like someone's like, can you show me this? And I go, all right, okay, now don't come. Now, especially if people go and write in commanding language, like do push-ups or throw a jab, it looks like you tell me what to do. You're not my coach, you're not my dad. And I don't need other people's help to get better. Now, if people have requests where they like to see an overhand right or something like this, and they ask me, and does it look like you're being rude, they might get that. Now you have people that are less, it's like I'm better than most health fitness influencers. That's not the thing that I am. I'm better than most health fitness influencers. It's like you're better off listening to me than Mike Ishert if you want to learn how to be strong, fit, and healthy, improve your mental, physical health, and vegan gains, okay? And vegan gains is more mediocre than I am. If you look at history, it's like he's less charismatic, more boring, his personality dull, and it's just sitting there kind of like, okay? And then he's got like, you had to pay him $50 for him to take his shirt off, and like $200 to give you a push-up, stuff like this. And, okay, and so it's like, don't expect me to give it away for free. And me saying I'm more valuable and more competent than vegan gains and like Israel, it's not the same as saying they have no competence. And with street fighting, martial arts, it's more about, for me, practicing for that. It's more about not punching too hard, then okay, I don't have to learn how to punch hard, I can hit hard. It's more about building muscle memory for not throwing too hard. So this is enough. That power to the solar plexus, that's enough to hurt somebody. That, okay. Now the same punch to the liver is enough to cause damage. The same punch to rib cage is enough to break ribs, especially if you're not having gloves. The same force. So more than that, it's like if I have boxing like 12-ounce gloves and wraps, yeah, I have to go like this and like really hit like 3 times as hard at least. But it's unnecessary because this punch is hard enough to break the ribs already. It's hard enough to drop somebody with a liver shot. And it's hard enough to knock the air out of somebody in the solar plexus. So it's like, why make it harder? Because the harder I throw, the more likely I am to break something in my hand. Okay. There's a form of diminishing returns. And here's the other thing. The hardest punch, being accurate, is as, if not more important, than being powerful. Because the hardest punch that misses, this, okay, that did nothing to the person. Like a punch like that. That did nothing to him, but to me, it got me out of position. Okay, see, and he can like elbow me in the back of the head one here or something like this, or like sweep it. He could do all kinds of stuff. See, so that was a hard punch, like this. But if it misses, or it connects wrong, it's not doing anything to the person, and it gets me out of position, and I use a lot of energy. Okay, now, so it's better. This punch that lands on the chin is better than this punch that doesn't. Okay. And one of the things that it does is it gets me out of position. So about as important as power is accuracy. Accuracy is at least as important as power. So I gotta keep training. Yes, I don't have problems with people asking for techniques. It's like, can you show this? But what I have a problem with is the comments I get sometimes. People come in and write it like they're my drill sergeant or dad or boss or something like this. Do push-ups, something like this. That doesn't sit right with me. So once again, and remember, not every combo that I drill is like the most likely combo that I will throw if I got into a fight. Some of the combos are strength and conditioning, where it's muscle memory, it's like explosive movements rapidly, it's like building muscle memory for quickly hitting what I want to hit. It's like conditioning, because it's like things like hitting hard here, jumping over here, throwing hard here, switching the stance, and it's pretty much like bodyweight exercising. So it's like that's part of it. Like doing what I'm doing in these training sessions, it's a lot of things. It's like calisthenics. It's bodyweight exercising. Is one thing it is. So it's calisthenics, it's bodyweight exercising. Okay. For example, I could do a bodyweight workout. Doing this can be part of a bodyweight workout. Like if I do this. Okay. As similar if you do bodyweight. This, okay, do you understand? And all this more like explosive and delivering the energy into something. So here, once again, this is the speed combo. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can do them tight or more wide if I want to. So here, and like I said, I can also make it where I'm now just keep it static. I can practice like this. See, here. Or I can practice it like this. See, and make it a little bit different. It could be, I can do it like that if I want to. Tight to your chin is not just make it hard to knock you out. Being punched in the throat can kill you. Okay? So it's one of these things that might sound like fake martial arts, but it's actually true. Meaning like palm strikes are effective, But some people think that palm strikes, the way they're effective is that they will shoot your nose bone into your brain and kill you, something like this. It's like, no, doesn't have to. So palm strikes are effective. They can be effective, okay? And throat punches can be fatal. So tucking your chin, lowering your chin, doesn't just make it harder to connect with your chin and knock you out, but it can also protect you from throat punches. Meaning if you have your jaw like this, somebody punch you with the throat, that can kill you. This is light, but it's hard enough to be more than uncomfortable. Sometimes I have my wrist flexed the whole time. Sometimes I relax my fist in a different way. Where here I can have everything relaxed. My fingers relaxed and my wrist relaxed. And then make a fist and tense my wrists at the last part of punch, like as I stop to stroke something. So sometimes just everything is stiff the whole time and have your fist ball all the time. And sometimes it's like relaxed and then squeezing as you attack. So we do the speed combo again. Static. 6 punches in less than 1 second. But we're going to start with 4 punches. And the 6 punch combo is the same base as the 4 punch combo. Here's the 4 punch combo. Set the ball off. 4 punches landed, hard and fast, less than a second. So that's 4 punches, definitely less than 1 second. Now we'll do that a few times, and then I'm going to do the 6 punch combo and still landing in less than a second. Less than a second. Elevator punches is when I'm hitting it, and I'm using my punch to get distance. So here, now do the 6 punch combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. And then this one hit his nose and then slid off. Do this over a few times. And then we'll speed it up. There you go. Now do the 3 punch. 1, 2, 3. This is a rear naked, and I can have a rear naked by grabbing his cranium or going for my shoulder. Now this person is very thick. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna do more kicks now. Starting light. And I like to vary, like throw the same kick and change the distance for shin conditioning purposes. So sometimes I let it right under the knee, like from the ankle to the knee, pretty much. So here, I start under the knee, and then change this a little bit, and it becomes a different part of shin bone I impact on. So normally you're not training, you're not trying to connect right under the knee with your kicks. But for what I'm doing is conditioning the shins. And here. Another drill I like to do is this. Bang, 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 and then kind of jumping in and out and switching from left to right kick. Now today I'm going kind of light. Try to make it more 12, 3 to 9. There. Like going up and then kick kind of straight from the side. More than up kicking. I'm coming up on a rehydration break, which I don't really feel like I need, but it's just smaller. lighter. It's a 12 to 6 elbow strike. I like to practice. And I make it as close to 12 to 6 as possible. And I can do capture that. But do it from here. That's more powerful, like this. And I'm not going to make it here at this angle or here. I'm trying to make it close to this at 12 to 6. Straight up and down. And if in any way can end up landing my elbow on his face, it's going to be effective. But right now I'm practicing is cutting in between the guard. If the heads are here, for example, getting the elbow, it's similar to this one, only from above. So it's like getting in between the guard. The hands are here, for example. There's another explosive combo I have to practice. A sequence. 1, and up over here, reverse elbow. 2, slide off, here. So same as with knife fighting, I've been learning knife fighting. It's like dividing things and figuring out combos to make sense. So for example, in knife fighting, start to practice knife fighting with shadow boxing, and it's like the same thing. This skill learning skill. I've been learning how to throw punches, elbows, things like this. It's knife fighting. It's like you have a knife. What can you do from here? Well, you can stand like this. Okay, what can I do from here? I can go like this. Okay. Now, if I connect or if I miss, I might end up over here. See. So what can I do from over here? Well, I can go here to the neck, or from here to the lever. Okay. So it's like, okay, 1, 2, 1, and what can I do if I end up over here? Well, here for example, or here. And it's like drilling that. But what if I end up, start here, slash to the stomach or the neck, and up over here? Well, I can go back into the neck with a stab. It's like slash stab. It's the same thing, but it's not only practicing attack like from here, bang, okay, and then it's like, oh, end up over here, so get back to the fighting guard, and then attack the elbow again, and then like back to the fighting guard, and then attack the elbow again. But it's like, if I throw this elbow, see, notice what happens. End up here. If it misses or not, if it hits, it still fights off all the time. If it misses, the guy puts his head back, and up over here, see. So I'm building muscle memory. What can I do from here? If my body ends up in this position to fight, I can do that, see. So I'm practicing that. And then this combo, it's practicing all the elbow strikes. Wow, several. So it's from here, here, see, and up here, which is a contact position for this. Which means if I wanted to land this elbow, I can like assume this guard, and if I want to make it powerful, it would be like from here and then here, okay? Now I will get into that position. There is the charge up for a powerful reverse elbow, but I throw the first elbow. So the first attack is charging out the second attack. So it's like here. See, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, and now I'm gonna slide off, and then the second one here. It's like this. Here. And then if I miss or slide off, I'm practicing keeping like attacking. So here. See? See here. And in the middle of that, it can also be bang, bang, it can be bang, bang here, bang, bang. Whatever. I gotta take the break to rehydrate. Rehydrate. This is my vitamin C water with a B complex. Creatine and glutamine in it.
knee combo. This one is really powerful. I want it to be here. If I do more dancing, I have to put money here. Okay, I did give free dancing samples sometimes, but if you wanted the full dancing, I had to put some money in. This is light training. I love it when I find something else again like boasting. And I'm like unimpressed with my own performances like at this level. It's like nothing, okay? You like light work for this. This is nothing. And I see people like insane training. And it's like he does like what I just did for 30 minutes for 3 years. It's like, yeah, I'm the shit, okay? 3 minutes throwing punches without breaks or something. It's like, bitch, I've been doing that for 30 minutes. I understand. So it's like if they think that's impressive and it's like a tenth of what I'm doing, then how impressive am I? Björnik. Like a lot of guys are doing like a gurney at the end of a training stream like this. Nick Diaz, especially. Nick Diaz right now is doing how these training streams might end up being a Nick on a gurney, like being a gurney, like a gird up Nick. Okay, that would be on the gurney. Yeah, so whatever. I'm being facetious. Nick Diaz is known by his excellent cardio, like extraordinary cardio. That's the Diaz brothers. That's one of the strengths. Being able to eat punches, like having what are some of the like strengths that they're known for. The Diaz brothers is having a good chin, where they can eat punches without getting knocked out, or not easily knocked out, and then also like high level cardio, where they can. Okay, they don't get sad easily. They used to do Ironman competitions and swim from Alcatraz and things like this. So I'm not hating. But I'm saying if I think I could beat Nick Diaz. I'm not okay. Nick Diaz of today. I think I could beat him. This is how to break your wrist. Okay, don't try this at home. Meaning this is harder than a heavy bag. Like here is some more pad. Okay, and like here at the shoulders. But here it's like very hard. And when you start hitting it, it's like hitting pads. Like I'm already hitting hard. You see there, okay. Now if I do combos, bang, and it goes away, and I hit it coming back, it becomes twice as much energy into my wrist there. So I had to downregulate the power a little bit with the combos. Because if I hit it here, and then I'm launching another punch, where it goes here, and I'm connecting as it's moving into my hand, it makes that power more powerful. There. And he'd be after going up in a weight class, he got pregnant. But I'd be going that's the point. My muscles are put it back in, I can still do this, bro. Put it back in, I can still do this. And my muscles are cramping up. I can barely talk right because of that cramping up in my core. So I guess it's squeezing my legs or something like this. Okay. So my inhibitions kind of crumpled on me. Like it's relaxing shock by squeezing like this. And he thinks I'm gonna stop fighting now because he got me cramping up and things. So I got some small punches here. Now, in a street fight, I'm more likely to target the head than the body with punches and techniques. But it's better to know the technique than to not know it. Do some more. Hello, Joy. Do some more left. Yeah. Left. Left to solar plexus. So by left to the head. Keep it tight. Snälla och rara, helt underbara, och godheten segrar igen. Hipp hurra, för här kommer Bumbibjörnarna, studsar fram igenom sagorna, och vi får följa med. Ondska och törnar, det klarar små björnar. Bumbi bär saften, den magiska kraften, och visst blir man stark om man dricker utav den. Hipp hurra, för här kommer Bumbis Gambudis, har tutsat fram genom sagorna, och vi får följa med, och vi får följa med. Ja. Let's just spring in the stem. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Some more time. From here, this is like the nuclear launch site. You know, in America they have certain places where they have nuclear silos where they launch a power attack from, like nukes. Okay, so here's the nuclear silo down here. A lot of times the power punch are launched from the hip. So it's like, yeah, I can make it hard from here. See there, okay, just here. But a lot of times when I want to make it extra powerful, the hand goes down here. And if it's this or this, it becomes more powerful. So I'll pass that throw from the hip. Bang, 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 bang. See, bang, 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 bang. See, it goes here, and then that's my finishing move. Right, here's. See, this is stiff stuff. It's stiff. You could do it different ways. Here's different ways to throw punches. You throw punch like this, arm punching. And I'm just arm punching. I'm just using the arm. So I just disproved all these boxing coaches. I guess I'm Superman or something. It's like, to throw hard punches, you have to move your legs, pivot on your foot, rotate your hips and your shoulders, punch the power come from the legs. Really. I keep planted here, my arm here, and I'm just moving my arm. I mean, it's impossible to go, move my arm back here, up my shoulder, move a little bit. But it's like from here, arm punching. And I'm not rotating my hips or my shoulders, I'm just, and those are power shots. Now, so one way to throw punches is just arm punching. That's 90% the arms. Okay, another way is to go, now I'm gonna have stiff arms and just use rotation. See here. And then if you combine both, it makes it more powerful. But like I said, I can make each of these techniques powerful enough. Arm punching or rotating. And I'm cutting into the neck or the spine with the reverse elbow strike. They used to have a style of Muay Thai, it's called Muay Boran, I think it's called. Yes, that's more brutal, even more brutal than Muay Thai. They used to have like ropes instead of gloves and things like this. So, if I could get it in the neck, they can really hurt somebody. The face, you can break. I can break the face with elbow strikes. If I break elbow strikes. Knock teeth, I break this bone, the orbital bone, break the nose. Knock teeth, I break the jaw. If I connect with the power elbow strikes. And the elbow is sturdier than the fist. From here, you go to the mouth like this. You can target the temple or the orbital bone. Nose. Do some more punch combos. following with some elbow strikes after that. I gotta do some punching combos and mix in some elbow strikes. So, elbow strikes. No, punching with elbow strikes. So 1, 2. Okay, I hit it. It just the wrong way there. And it connected, it came towards me, so my time was off. That hurt my wrist actually. And this has been loosening up, so you know what? I'll take this off and we're gonna do just, I haven't noticed that while I've been exercising the wrist wrap came off. So it's like if you're throwing a punch and like unbeknownst to you the wrist wraps have come loose. So like if you know that if you don't have wrist wraps and you throw punches, it's like you can adjust to it. But like fuck, okay, that's like good. I just really fucked it, that hurt, okay. So you go left. So one reason it's good to know elbow strikes is, let's say a street fight. You break your hand, your wrist or your hand. Now you can still punch with the elbow. You can still attack with the elbow. I've been doing cutting edge therapy. I've been doing magnet therapy before. Not in the air magnet. It's like the gang stalking program gets streams deleted from my guest on. And eventually I stopped losing my interest in joining other people's streams. I do streams myself and stuff. Because like it's a pattern. It's like if I join a panel, a lot of times like Poon or Alex or forth, it's always the streams that I'm a guest on that ends up being deleted, see. Because the gang stalking part, especially if I'm a caller guest, I do a really good job singing, or I'm teaching something as well, appreciate it. See, it's a quality appearance. Like a lot of times I know that within 3 days, it's like this stream is gonna disappear. And sure enough, it's like, let's see how long it takes until Poon pulls this stream, because I was guessing, oh yeah, next day it's pulled, see. Okay, see? It's like, I'm a guest on his streams, oh, it ends up being pulled. Like, waste 3 times hours of my life being a great guest on the stream, and it always ends up being fucking pulled. And then for some excuse, well, somebody can have a P-bomb, yeah, because the gang stalker sent somebody to P-bomb me. Or something else. So that's a way to make sure if you have quality guests, and normally have riffraff guests that don't have talent, are not handsome, and look like a male underwear. Okay, but you like blessed with having a guest. There's like a super person. Normally you have like fat, ugly talent that hacks up, and you have suddenly a guy with charisma, male underwear model, physique, handsome, and multi-talented and competent, and can be funny and can sing, has singing talent. And he blesses you with being a guest on your stream, where normally you just have riffraff guests. It's like, well, let's delete all the streams that Mike's a guest on. And yeah, that's how to make somebody lose interest in being on the stream. It's like I spend 3-4 hours on like a podcast, and it's like 90% of the time if I join one of these drama commissions, it ends up being deleted the stream. And a lot of times it's the ones where I'm really knocking out the park. The more likely, like the better of a guest I am, the more likely she will get pulled, because I'm a totally good at total gang stalking. So it's like they're working to hide me from the world, and especially if I'm doing like, oh, this is Mike's being funny and intelligent and singing on this stream. We work to devalue Mike and like make people say that Mike sucks and it's worthless. So this is not conducive to that end if we have streams on Mike being good. So it's like, that's something that really pisses me off. While my guest on Poons, notice the fucking pattern. See, Alex. It's like I was live there, share his link out on my community page, and whoa, okay. The one of the last 10 licenses he's had, when I was a guest, got deleted. Second time in a row now, see. Before that, it was like people loving me as a guest on Alex's new channel, okay, where I was singing and stuff. And so it's like 2 in a row now. Why was a guest on Alex's session gets deleted? Poon. I was a guest there, and it gets deleted. But it's like streams always have, when I wasn't a guest, they stay up. But the ones where I was a guest, they get deleted, see. So like 2 streams in a row now where I was a guest on Alex show, they get deleted. Okay. Last time I was a guest on Pooch, I got deleted. The same with this guy, Sam. Okay, Sam too. It's like 3 times in a row when I was a guest and gets deleted. Because it's like, oh, Mike is a quality guest. We work to hide it from the world. And it's like, I know that especially if I do like a good job being a guest. The better of a guest I am, the more likely, the more entertaining I am, the more informational I am, the better of a job I do at something. Okay, like the more likely it will get pulled. And this is right away you can do it. Either the host is a gang stalker, work for the program, get told by the handler to pull the stream, or the program sends someone up to people on the person after ID, which I go something like this. They're all pause the time be able to delete it, or some other way. So. I feel like the wrist is all back to normal. No pain anymore. Yeah, so I can have my own streams. Because if I do people a fucking favor by being the first superhuman being a guest on the panel, and typically they have mediocre people, I'm extraordinary, and I fucking take 3-4 hours out of my day to be a guest on the stream, and then it's like, oh, it's fucking deleted. It's like, I guess you don't understand them. How do you think Joe Rogan's guest will feel like? If they're a quality person, not a riff-raff person, but somebody's like a guest Rogan's podcast, who's like, they got knowledge, intelligence, they got something going for them. And it's like, they spent 3 hours, and it's like, oh, Joe pulled the episode. If it's like a pattern, or it's like 4 times there were guests there, and like 3 out of 4 times, Joe deletes the stream after they leave. Okay? So like they spent 4 hours on the podcast. I really don't like that, pisses me off. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I already have suspected Pooh before of being a gang stalker, and he's not really helping his case by keep doing this fucking bullshit that a lot of people do, or pulling streams that I'm a guest on. Okay, so if you want me to stop visiting your fucking riff-raff channels, make sure that you pull the streams. That's a good way to make me stop doing a fucking favor of being guest on your mediocre streams. Okay, but by like pull 50% of the streams I'm a guest. I'm gonna ta det vidare, ta with GameStalker, ta det vidare. And part of the target is people being put out the mess maybe before us. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up. Yeah, so if you don't understand what I talk about being a guest on other people's streams, and then they end up deleting the streams. And I also noticed, it's like something, it's like part of the gang stalk again is people being put up to talk with me. In different ways. And one of the ways they can target me is they get YouTubers to target me. And sometimes it's like, if I start frequenting a community and being a guest on the streams, like part of being a guest on the live streams, eventually it's like they get talked and recruited to be a gang stalker, and they start targeting me and might be told to do things like pull streams. That was a guest on things like this. So whatever, I can stream on my channel. I might make more videos showing the hidden truths and playing the decoding the whole movies. I've been making videos like that before. Some of them I pulled them after. I don't like to do that in the videos. It's like I keep making videos on the same topic until I feel like, yeah, I'm done. Okay, this is like, now I'm done our video. Kind of like that. But sometimes I made a live stream like 3 times about a certain movie and laying out a case. And then eventually might get the pause. Like I have one video where I feel like this is the best one, this does the job, and that's that video. But I might make more videos like that where I talk about
movies, showing the hidden pain with the truth in Hollywood movies. Most people lack discernment. Most Bible teach are blind leads from the blind. That's why you don't see other people make videos about this type of stuff. Showing foreshadow pandemic, foreshadow 9/11, and all this other stuff. A lot of pastors participate in gang soccer stuff. Andy Woods is talking for the gang soccer program, roughly going battle whole towns to the Bible church. I've seen a lot of pastors participate in the gang soccer persecution program, which is disgusting. Big part of target attackers are narcissistic always in these types of crime. It's another thing. Commonly correlated with mental health problems is new inflammation. There's a connection between new inflammation and mental health problems. Be it autism, ADHD, depression, PTSD, CPTSD, or other mental health problems, Capra syndrome, things like this. Basically, a lot of people with a mental health problem have brain inflammation, new inflammation, this connection to them. You can Google search autism, new inflammation, for example, and I didn't make it up. So, I don't like to make videos teaching health fitness truth on YouTube because you're not allowed to be a corollary health fitness truth teacher on YouTube, okay? Because then we move the videos. But if I want to make really corollary videos, I have to make them more rumble. I have a rumble called critical mastermind. So yeah, if I want to make videos teaching health fitness truth, you gotta do those rumble. On YouTube, it's like I can't really go deep with the health fitness teaching. So because I understand mental physical health, that's why I have so much more competence. I don't see Mike Israel teaching people with autism how to improve the autism. For example, me, I've been able to cure myself from panic attacks, asthma attacks, extreme anxiety, and improve my autistic problems. So here's another thing. I told you with autism, teach a little bit of fitness truth here. With autism, new inflammation. I have autism. I've improved myself. So commonly correlated with autism diagnosis is new inflammation. Okay, above baseline, more brain inflammation average person. What's common issues that people with autism have? Sensitivities, meaning sensitivity to bright lights and colors. What else? Coordination, balance issues. What happens to people who get a concussion? They have the onset of new inflammation. What do non-autistic people get concussed out of support? Sensitivities. It hurts them when they loud noises. They want to be in a dark room. Bright light makes them feel bad, see, and having balance issues, see. So people get concussed. They have sensitivities about that, short term after that, meaning they don't like bright lights, loud noises, and have balance issues, coordination. And what are autistic people report a lot of times? Common problems, sensitivity to bright lights, loud noises, and having coordination issues. A lot of autistic people report being clumsy in family and would suck at sport. They would say that, I sucked at sports, I was in school. Okay. So I've decoded it and demystified it. And it's like, anyways, I would do a better job if people would pay me to take care of their, I would do a better job healing people's mental physical health problems. That you would be better helped by having me help you if you got autism, ADHD, bipolar, Capra syndrome, what's it called, paranoid schizophrenia, what is it like this, than the mainstream. Okay, I'm not saying this like that. I'm just saying you'd be better help. They're not even allowed doctors, mainstream doctors, to do so many things that I wanted to do. Okay, so meaning if I would get a job in a hospital, it would be like being on YouTube talking about health fitness. But I'd say, even if I know that, I can't tell people this, or I've been fired here. I can't say this, that you can do this to help yourself, because you'll get medical information strikes off of this. That's the point. I'll just get into this a little bit. But a lot of times, it's like if I tell people, do this, you'll be better off. Okay, that's helpful. Then I can get into explaining things. Now, okay, so I understood health fitness, mental physical health problems. I've understood solutions. And the root of a lot of, I believe that the root of autism is it is a root. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up. Okay, that's the end of the video. Okay, it's a cliffhanger. So maybe next time I will read what the root is. Okay. So yeah, I've improved my autism. See, I'm not joking. I would say I have cut my sensitivities down by 50%. We used to be able to get like a full on pain signal, meaning there's various degrees of sensitivities. So sensitivities means like your brain is like overloaded and you have like an allergy to certain stimuli, auditory visual stimuli. And it's not a heritage with like a pussy. It's like, no, it's like having a bright light into your eyes. It's your brain is overloaded processing this stimuli, okay? And it can give you stress and anxiety. So that's why I wear sunglasses and implants. And I've decreased it. I used to have such a sensitivity that I not look at a bright light, it would be like pain, okay? And I would like always have to wear sunglasses. And now I can deal with now wearing sunglasses for an hour or so. And it's different lights that are, so fluorescent lights are the worst ones, and LEDs, okay? So now it's not just the flicker rate, but it's the type of light, the frequency. This is one of the best lights. That's an old school vintage light bulb with a wire thread there, like a vintage light bulb. Those are the best ones. Anyway, I have improved myself, autism, ADHD, all kinds of stuff. And basically, a common correlation, almost a root. If somebody you know has a mental health problem, if it's depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, autism, and meaning if you look at a group of people with autism, it's like, oh, they're having problems, see? Because it's like, due to the autism, I can't, it'd be like decreased function. I can't talk to people, something like this. I can't do this, okay? Or similar to somebody getting the flu or something like this. It's like, I can't get out of bed and get this done because I have this problem affecting me, see? So some people are sensitive refer to autism as disease or what it is. I'm not saying it is, but definitely it's like, let's stop playing games, okay? So I have autism, and it's something that's made my life a lot harder, see, in other ways. And I have the autism, which is like a blessing and a curse, because I have the high IQ that some people with autism have. We have like an extraordinary IQ, and then you can have some issues where like you're retarded in certain areas. Like I'm really bad at math, for example, but I'm very linguistically intelligent. I mean, I'm good at learning languages. My recall and pattern recognition ability is second to none. Okay, so what I support. So some people have more the curse of autism, where it's all bad. Okay, they have all the like difficulties and don't have an area where they like are better than the average person for this. And I suppose. Okay, you can Google it yourself. Let's look at it. Autism, neuroinflammation. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Neuroinflammation, characterized by inflammation in the brain and nervous system, is increasingly recognized as a potential factor in autism spectrum disorder. Studies have shown that individuals with ASD exhibit signs of neuroinflammation. Studies have shown it. It's not like a podcast or something you think so. Including activated microglia, immune cells in the brain, and elevated levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines. I think it's the CRP test you can check inflammation. Cytokines. This suggests that the immune system and its interaction with the nervous system will develop and progression of ASD cases. Yeah, so that's what I've been saying for years. So I believe that there's something that happens. There's no autism gene, by the way. I don't believe that autism is something that you're born with. I believe it's something that happens to you. An injury, something happens to you as a child that gives you this autism thing. And it's also a topic that's sensitive because, okay, so I believe it's things that happen to you in childhood. It could be anything from repeated concussions in conjunction with mercury going into your body. Possibly if you're eating like a lot of fish, for example, that could be a way you get a lot of mercury into your body. Okay, or aluminum. Okay, toxic exposure. It could be getting aluminum and mercury into your brain, for example, and 3 concussions before 15. And this other thing, it's like everything together is like you end up having autism. Okay, now I know I support. Now, I have this license to take this medical device information. Prove my personal belief and opinion. Talk to doctors before making a change to diet, lifestyle, stuff. I'm not even giving people advice. Now, notice how what a fucking tutor with it up. You have to, it's real tricky to be like, here's what I think about things. So what is the point? I'm gonna finish up and yeah, if you really want to hear me teach the truth of matters of health fitness, you have to be aware of my alternate platforms, like Rumble, for example, where I stream. And if you want to make a video, not having to be like walk on eggshells on this veritable minefield of YouTube, it's like I want to say this one thing I can say in a YouTube stream, this thing I can say in this way with a disclaimer, okay? From experience. So it's like if you want to see the quality of teaching, you gotta be aware of my Rumble account. Okay, I'm gonna share a link there. I'm Critical Mass Mike on Rumble. Critical Mass Mike. I'll just share a link to a video there. At Critical Mass Mike. Here. That's linked to my Rumble account. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't like even talking about certain things on YouTube because I've gotten videos pulled before and I've learned by experience that there's certain topics that I don't get into. And certain topics, like, yeah, I can say I believe in autism, people with autism brain information. But the specific things that if I believe that this is the thing causing the brain inflammation that leads to autism, I couldn't say in a YouTube video. Okay. So I would have to keep that part to myself and be like, I can say inflammation is part of autism formation. It means that people getting autism, I believe that it's inflammation of the brain that makes people have autism. Okay. Now this could be certain things if I would go, here's one of the major reasons autistic people get information. It's this thing, like there's certain things that if I go like I think it's this or I think it's that, some of these things might be distracting, might lose information if I would like vocalize it. So it's the point. Yeah. It's ridiculous. That's my YouTube, that's my Rumble account. Okay, I have 6 Rumble channels. Okay, good luck, Sheldon. I got 6 YouTube, I think it's 6 Rumble accounts now. Yeah, so the point is this. People that want to be, I'm so much more knowledgeable and competent than Mike Israel, vegan games. Even this guy, what's his name? Greg Doucette, okay? I'm not joking. I'm more competent than they are. I'd be more valuable to people looking to learn facts, truth about health fitness, how to be strong, fit, and healthy. Has Greg Doucette talked about making also vitamin C? Have you ever heard him talk about titration of vitamin C? Has he ever given like a 5 supplement protocol, like Mike Tom Levy does? Where it's like, here's 5 supplements all human beings should take. D3, K2, magnesium, this and that, vitamin C. No, okay. See, so you don't know what you don't know, which is why I sound kind of nutty to you when I go, this guy hasn't really talked about this, and I got to speak the truth, see, and you're ignorant. It's like, I'm more competent than this. I'm more valuable to people. And if you look at my video structure, it's like, oh, Michael's been talking about vitamin C mega also. He's been shown his supplement protocol. He's been talking about this. Okay, I'm more valuable, more competent, more valuable than these people. Just half of it. So I'm a Renaissance man, the opposite of one-trick pony. I'm a tough African Egyptian who's masculine on the level of pro athletes is my athleticism. Speed, punching power, coordinates of this. I'm also handsome. I'm also intelligent, multi-talented. I can sing better than 99% of people can. Okay. I also am better than most celebrity level influencers, health fitness influencers. I'm better than them at health fitness. See? Which is why I'm the worst nightmare of the deep state. Being a total video like me, it's real hard for me to not grow up being who I am on the internet without blowing up. Okay. See? If you can do this many different things this well while looking this good on the regular, you're bound to blow up. Which is why they have to work to sabotage what I'm doing. Shadow ban me, pay people to harass me, work to get my social media shut down and things like this. So it's another thing that you might see me make videos about in Rumble. I've been decoding the truth, teaching the truth, hidden plain view truth, where the deep state are hiding things in plain view. I've decoded Hollywood movies, Die Hard, and basically it's like 2 points where it's like pop culture contains hidden in plain view truth, where the deep state, satanic, psychopathic powers that control this world have an MO, where they're planning to do something major in the future. They have a habit, an MO, of hiding little hints at it, cryptic hints, coded references, and coded cryptic communication in pop culture about things they're going to pull off in the future. And I made videos on that. It's like, here's 9/11 being foreshadowed and hinted at in this and that and the other movie. So I have discernment that is unfortunately rare today. Okay. And a lot of times in Hollywood movies, there's a surface level, the natural, where it's like Die Hard, it's like, it's psychopaths and their plans to do this conspiracy. Now in some movies, a lot of times I end up finding hidden in plain view truth references like the spiritual level is the heart of the onion. So like the surface level is the natural, and then the heart of the onion, like the deepest layer is like the spiritual. Well, a lot of times if you look at a movie, the deepest layer is the spiritual layer, and it matches the Bible, what the Bible teaches. It's a reference to the gospel, the Christian walk, since it is. So I'm gonna finish up this video. We'll see if I pull out again later on. Thanks that people click the like on the video, and remember that for the future. If you come in like 3 minutes after I start the stream and you write a comment, I can tell that you didn't click the like button. I don't like that. You might get blocked. Okay, so let's be on the video. No, I'm gonna finish on the flex. Three, two.